Don't be afraid to spend money because that money is always going to come back. But those times and the memories that you made, they're never going to come back and you can't put a price tag on them. I see way too many people, afraid to go out with their friends on the weekend or afraid to even go out because they don't want to spend enough money or they want to save money. And that type of mindset, that starts becoming detrimental because you start robbing yourselves of possible experiences that you could have, new memories, new connections, new networks that you could possibly make, all because you want to save a little bit of money, which, you should be saving your money, but you should also be spending that money on things that you actually care about. We as people shouldn't be afraid of spending money on the things that we truly care about. Like buying gifts for your family. You don't do that because of the price tag or how much it costs. You do it because you know it's going to bring them happiness. And by bringing them happiness, it also brings you happiness. So why don't we start investing in ourselves? Start buying yourself new clothes all the time. Start spoiling yourself, When was the last time you went out to the movies with your friends? All these things we do, we don't do it because of how much it costs. We do it because of how much it means to us and the memories that are made from it. And that's why we really need to stop idolizing money so much and putting money on this pedestal, acting like money is the ultimate goal or the end game, when really it's only what propels us through the journey. It helps us through the journey. When it comes to money, there's going to be two types of mindsets. There's going to be someone with the abundance mindset and someone with a scarcity mindset. The person with the scarcity mindset, they're going to always want to be saving money. They're always going to be hoarding their money. They're not going to be wanting to spend their money. And because of that, they're going to end up thinking that money is limited. They think once, you spend money, you're never going to get that back. That's what the scarcity mindset builds into your mind. Whereas the abundance mindset, they're not afraid to spend money on their friends or family. They're not afraid to go out and spend money on themselves. They're not afraid to spoil themselves. Because at the end of the day, they know that money is only going to come back again. And they start actually living their life. They start doing the things that they truly want compared to the abundance mindset, who they could have a lot of money, but they're not spending. They're not having the enjoyment that they're getting from all that money, because money does not bring you enjoyment. It's the things that money can buy you that does. So hoarding your money, constantly wanting to save, robbing yourself of opportunities just because you want to save money, that is like, all these experiences that we go through in life, they literally shape who we are. So why would we rob ourselves of new experiences just to have a little bit of more money? Now, again, I'm not saying to, spend all your money willy-nilly and shit, because, that's not really smart. But if you are saving your money, make sure that you're putting into something that will actually, benefit you in the long run, not just keeping the money just for the sake of having money. Save money to, travel the world, do things that will actually bring you happiness, not just have money for the sake of having money. How I know that money isn't the end game for us in life is because often the best moments, the most memorable moments are often the ones that don't cost a thing. Going over to your cousin's house, spending time with your family, late night calls till 2 a.m., gaming with the boys, playing soccer or sports with your mates, and even school, even just being at school with your friends, everyone being together, having those precious memories, those core memories. They're all core memories to us, but they didn't even cost a thing. So why are we so quick to chase money and always want to get a lot of money when we know that money isn't the thing that's going to bring us all the happiness, bro? What brings us the happiness is those experiences, those memories that we have, those connections that we made. That's what we should be valuing the most, not money. Like, just think about it this way. Like, when you guys don't go to school for that one day and then all these crazy things happen, all these opportunities you missed out on because you didn't go to school. Money will never be able to buy back those experiences that you missed out on. But if you're not afraid to spend money and you're always happy to go out and have new experiences, you're never going to rob yourself of anything, because that money is always going to come back, but those memories, they're going to be with you forever. Because investing in experiences will always make you more wealthy than investing in your money. Money is a tool, and we're not supposed to be slaves to a tool. And when you start putting money on a pedestal, you will become a slave to that tool. I just want you guys to, remember that it's these experiences and the journey that we go through that shapes us as people, and it's not how much money we have. Because I'm telling you, if you ask a billionaire if they could spend all their money, what would they buy it on? They're always going to say the same thing, and they're going to say, time or their youth. They're going to wish that they could go back and be young again. Time is something that money cannot buy, and they know that. That's why we should start embodying that and start spending our time wisely on things that we actually care about and not worry about money, because money is always going to come. But that time is precious, and we can never get that back. So make the most memories that you can. Have the most connections that you can. Go out with your friends the most that you can while we still have the time. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider liking or subscribing, and Yeah, bro. I'll see you guys in the next one, bro.